Hi, my name's Luigi Pencaro, and primarily I'm a photographer, but I'm also a Mass Effect fan. And in this video, I wanted to ask the question, Mass Effect 4, Mass Effect Andromeda, will I buy it? Now, before I answer that question, I should explain my history with the Mass Effect series. I played Mass Effect 2 on the PlayStation 3 first, and I was lucky. It was very cheap at the time, and I had the version with all the DLCs. I had Shadow Broker, I had Zaid Masani, I had Kasumi, all of the secret weapons, all of them were unlocked for me. So I had a wealth of content, and I absolutely loved the game. It was the first game I ever 100% completed, on the achievements slash trophies, and it was such a high quality game. And it was my first ever BioWare game as well. And I mean, the graphics was beautiful. The voice acting, Jennifer Hale, actually, Femshep, because I always play as Femshep. She was great. The male voice, not so much, but she was great. And the other actors who did voices for the video game was great. The music was great, the combat was great, the issuing commands, all the missions were great. The DLCs are some of the best I've ever played, and it was just a pleasure playing in my dinky old TV. Back then I had, like, my room wasn't entirely finished, but it was such a good game. It was so enjoyable to me, and when I including the suicide mission, when everybody stayed alive, I earned that. I felt like I earned that. And the missions, especially for your crewmates, those felt like entire games by themselves. But in Mass Effect, it's just one small part of an even larger game. Mass Effect 2 is in one of my top 5 video games of all time. It's not my favorite video game of time, but it's definitely in my top 5. It was great, a near perfect game. So then came Mass Effect 3, and I was excited because Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3 have like these links. All decisions that I made in Mass Effect 2 would carry over to Mass Effect 3, as seen in Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2. So excited for that technology to see what it's going to like. And basically the technology just reads from the internal memory card of the PlayStation 3. Pretty simple stuff, but I was just excited to see what it is. And Mass Effect 3, I think it's a good game. The DLCs are great, especially Omega and Citadel, but it was a disappointment. And not just because of that fucking ending. That ending, sure, it had a lot to do with it, but Mass Effect 3 seemed lazy in comparison to the sheer brilliance of Mass Effect 2. And you can see it in the writing. The writing in Mass Effect 3 was kind of like a popcorn action adventure movie. Like Die Hard 5, to give you an example. It's that kind of writing that, there are scenes of betrayal and oh my god, things are going to crap, and all sort of things. But it seemed like fake. It seems like these moments to make you getting shocked was there just to get you shocked. There was no, undercurrent. There was no smart writing as it was seen in Mass Effect 2. And yeah, the writing was very sloppy, and you can see in some of the levels that the graphics were kind of sloppy. You can see some repeating textures, and you can see some reused models. And granted, there was, BioWare was, in a time crunch, they had to get that game made. But it just seems so sloppy. And the ending, let's face it, I've talked about the ending before in one of my previous videos, my reflections on Mass Effect 3. The ending was atrocious. What I'm going to say is that the The theme of Bioware games, and this happens in Dragon Age as well, is that all decisions matter. And when they say all decisions matter, I never expected that all the little minute decisions that I made throughout the course of Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 would affect the ending. It wasn't going to happen. What all decisions matter means is that all the little decisions, all the little nuances affect the flavor, affect the journey, not the final destination. You know what I mean? And it also affects how the NPCs perceive you, because when they thank you, and this is why voice acting is so important in video games. Good voice acting is when a character, an NPC says, "Thank you for helping me out in this quest." It sounds like they're really grateful. And believe me, you can tell the difference when someone is grateful or not. As I explained in my video about my trip to Italy versus Australia, gratitude. Anyway, so basically the ending of the Mass Effect 3, I'm not going to harp again about it. It's just a variation in color, that's it. And it just seemed like a very letdown to many of the fans. We wanted some closure. I wanted the Crucible to be like a great big railgun. That's what I wanted. Blasting Reapers into bits. Anyway. So I was Mass Effect 3. I was a little bit disappointed in it. I did feel content at the ending, but the months went on, I was a little bit disappointed. So fast forward a year and a half, I see a Steam sale for Mass Effect 1, so I bought that. It was really cheap, $5 American. And I'm playing through that again now, as a soldier. And I've already been spoiled about the storyline. I know how everything's going to work out. And the UI is a bit cumbersome, and the Mako sucks. If you ever played the Mass Effect 1, you know what I mean. It's just unwieldy. And Mass Effect 2 still is, in my opinion, the best of the trilogy. It's just better UI, better combat, better missions, better characters, better everything. So that is what I recommend. Play Mass Effect 2 first, Mass Effect 1, then Mass Effect 3. So news come out on Mass Effect Andromeda. And I'm feeling a little bit confused. I don't know whether I should buy it or not, because I felt so let down by Mass Effect 3. Even though I am enjoying Mass Effect 1, and Mass Effect 2 is still, in my opinion, one of the best games ever made. And we've got so little information. We've got barely anything. We've got a bunch of trailers. We've got, footage of them in the vault with the remnants, and the Asari with the tattoo across her eyes. We've got so little stuff to go on. And it does look exciting. Unfortunately, it's going to be on newer systems and more powerful computers, but that is a different problem. And I am genuinely interested in getting that game, but at the same time, I feel hurt. And part of me realizes that because Mass Effect is, a name, it's bankable. And if it wasn't for Dragon Age Inquisition, then I don't think BioWare would still have its credibility left. Don't you agree? Because we all feel let down by Mass Effect 3, and we don't want to be, told that it's artistic integrity or whatever, that we were made stupid. The consumers were made to feel stupid. So you see the quandary here. And if everybody was pissed off at Mass Effect 3, people wouldn't buy another Mass Effect again. It won't happen. We won't give them money. And trust me, there is someone counting the beans to that. There is someone that every cell does matter. That someone is counting the beans to that, and it is matter to someone else. So, I don't know. It's my phone. I don't know the answer. I'm not sure where I should get Mass Effect Andromeda. It looks great, it looks exciting, but at the same time, I don't want my heart broken. What are your thoughts? Are you going to get the newest Mass Effect Andromeda game? Or you're just going to ignore it and not give BioWare your money? Thank you for watching.